Hello, Chain Gang, and welcome back to the Four Chains and part 2 of our review of the Royalton CHIC Cancun, which you can see here all lit up and beautiful at night. In part 1 of this video, we gave you a tour of the hotel and all of its festivities, and we also gave you a tour of our room and the view. In addition to that, we showed you what you would enjoy in the spa, and we gave you a nice taste of the fitness center. In this video, however, we will be focusing on the party scene, which Angie absolutely loved, and we will focus on whether it is worth it to get the Diamond Club membership. Some of this partying, including what you're seeing here on level 18, is only free for Diamond Club members. And the meals we're going to be discussing today are also different for Diamond Club members. So that is what we are going to focus on first, as you see us toasting our anniversary in the steakhouse. Now, first I want to focus on the dress code. I would say that you do not need to get super dressy here, and it is, as you see, the entrance to the buffet, kind of unnecessary to wear heels, which I'll just tell you, I am personally not a big fan of heels. Now, we are going to show you in general the buffet. If you are not Diamond Club member, you will be eating multiple meals and all of your breakfasts probably in the buffet, although there are some other limited options including room service. So if you are not a big buffet person, you can fast forward through this. What you're seeing here is a video on double time. I guess my general impression of the buffet is that it is important when you get to the buffet. There seem to be a lot of options, but sometimes those options look like they were not super fresh. The fruit certainly is an exception here. They have a wide variety of it. And it is okay, by the way, to just go in and grab a banana if you are between meals and just need a little snack. They have no problem with you doing that. These seeds are stuff to make a healthy bowl, which is one of the options at the sit-down restaurant. And if you are into bread and carbs, oh boy, are there an enormous amount, frankly, in my opinion, too much. These are the waffle and pancake offerings. They have chilaquiles, and they have multiple omelet stations. If one looks to be closed, generally there is another one that is open, and the line for the omelets is not long. They also have some pretty good dessert options, and we're showing you some of the sweets here. I would say actually they have a lot of dessert options. These are some examples of things that you can get in multiple ways, and the way I decided to get it was crepes. I saw them making the crepes, and the crepes look pretty darn delicious, and so I did get one. You can see here I kind of went for a Reese's thing. I had her put peanut butter inside the crepe, and then I put a little chocolate on top of it, and then, so it wouldn't be too sweet, I put some crema, but that was outstanding. In the middle of the buffet, they have a custom drink thing. They have a Whispering Angel, which is sort of like a version of the mimosa, and then on the right-hand side, you can see these are the Bloody Mary options. But this is the Hacienda, where if you're in the Diamond Club, you can order from a menu, and I think this is one of the main reasons to do the Diamond Club. They give you those sweets ahead of time. That is the American breakfast. That is the chilaquiles, and they have that in a buffet, but it's fresher here. This is a croissant sandwich Angie got with eggs and ham. I got the Eggs Benedict a few times. You can get it either traditionally with ham or you can get it with salmon. I tried both and they're very good. Angie got an omelet here. For the coffee, I would always get a cappuccino and a regular coffee. And what I'm showing you here are the breakfast menus. Now, for lunch, just keep it simple. Go to this grill or the Munchies bar by the pool because that's where you're going to be all day. A lot of your lunch will be liquid inspired, as you see the Bob Marley drinks here. There is a pizza place you can go up to one floor up, but nobody was really impressed with it, and I certainly didn't enjoy what they gave me. So let's move to the main event dinner. Angie posing outside the seafood restaurant, which is right there on level 18. I'm going to show you the menu because if you are not Diamond Club, skip this restaurant. You have to pay for everything a la carte, and that one dinner would wind up being similar to your entire Diamond Club membership. And there are other great restaurants to have, although we really enjoyed our time here. That was our table. We got our opening drinks. Angie got a martini, and I got an espresso martini. Lobster tacos are absolutely fantastic. Those shrimp are not burnt. It's a recipe. They were good. The seafood ceviche was also very good. The lobster bisque, I like. They pour the lobster first and then pour the bisque over it. Avoid this, the lobster stuffed chicken, not very good.
Firework, yeah.
Oh, thank you. We haven't gotten divorced. That's what you're applauding
30
for.
years.
30 years. Okay, now let's move to the steakhouse. One thing I should point out, you see these enhance your experience. That means enhance your bill. Those are all things that cost extra. But this steakhouse is very nice, even if you don't get any of the extras. We had some of the house red there, not paying anything extra. All the restaurants will give you a wine list. Everything on that wine list costs extra, but if you get the house wine, it's just fine. He's hooking me up with some pepper on my Caesar salad here. What you see in the middle, those balls, those are what you get for the crab cakes. I tasted no crab in there. I would definitely pass on that. And Angie got the French onion soup, something I find revolting, but she likes. I took my butler's recommendation and got the surf and turf, the fillet mignon and the salmon, and they went ahead and gave us an anniversary dessert like basically all the restaurants did. Now, the most popular eating experience at Royalton CHIC is the Mexican buffet. When you see these lights, you'll know it's the night for the Mexican buffet. Look at that. That's all fresh seafood. You got your scallops, you got your shrimp, you got your mussels, and a little bit of octopus on there. I'm doing this at double time, but you can obviously slow it down if you'd like to see more offerings. I can tell you that it is just absolutely packed for Mexico night. They are there for both the entertainment and the food. I would say the two nights that this area is completely packed would be the Mexico night that you see here, and then on Michael Jackson night, and we'll address that later and show you a little bit of highlights from that. But there isn't anything that you would expect to have on Mexico night that's not here. You see the corn. They've got all kinds of different stations to make tacos and to make various dishes, as you can see. When you finish your plate, they want you to go get a clean plate. That should be the case at all buffets. That's another different kind of seafood where they're grilling it there. Here's your station with guac and chilaquiles, which is you'll see no short of. And this is the taco station. All the different kinds of tacos you might want, and cooking it fresh for you. And then they got the various hot sauces to go. Various chicken. I wanted to show the chicken mole because that's my That is my friend Judd Saban's favorite dish, and so there it is. That's for you, Judd. I know that's what you'd be getting on. And this is the entertainment.
De la garganta que me sube, que me baja, que me prende, que me apaga todo aquello que buscaba, lo que yo necesitaba. Tú me encantas cuando me miras, me encantas cuando me besas, me encantas.
So you'll get the great Mexican entertainment, but you also have to look at white people dancing. So that's pretty awful, and I'm going to move on now to the Mexican restaurant where we had breakfast, also has dinner. These are the two menus. We went with our butler's recommendation and got the coconut shrimp, which you see there. And you'll see the fish tacos, which is the other dish that's most recommended. We both got the coconut shrimp, as you can see. For dessert, I was told to get the churros. I saw other guests get really big ones, but mine are really teeny there, and Angie got the tres leches. But we also attended the tequila tasting in that restaurant. You can make reservations if you're in the Diamond Club. That's a view of it there. This is the Italian restaurant, which we went to, called Vespa. I would say not necessarily if you've been to Italy, we'll consider this genuine Italian, but the stuff that we had there was very tasty. Although the main reason we went was the view. Some people sit inside there, but as you can see, we sat outside. And we were treated to that night's entertainment, which is this electric Italian flute. I'm not 100% convinced she's Italian, but she's pretty good at that thing. It's like a karaoke backing track, and she adds in her live flute playing. But it was a nice background, not distracting entertainment. This comes from the salad bar inside. I got some prosciutto and some Caesars. Angie got the Caesars and made herself a little oliera to dip the bread in. This is the appetizer of polpette meatballs, but the dish we liked the most was the seafood risotto. The real thing is the view, this wine, and then they added, of course, yet another anniversary celebration. They really do make a big deal of special occasions. We did not go to Chopstick, the Asian restaurant, because people told us not to. There's a new chef. I hear he's really trying to get better, but he's not there. Do not pay for the romantic dinner. I would say what we did is Okay, so now we're going to go into the party and entertainment scene. This is level 18. It is the most talked about aspect of the hotel. They have a lot of daytime parties here, and he seems to be happy that we're filming him, and eventually decides to do some, fun dancing around with Angie. They have these playmakers. They're not playmakers. They're called the Vibe Team. But I know the assistant manager used to be a playmaker at Temptation, so he does take a lot from them. However, obviously their outfits are far less revealing, and they are far less ribald than the playmakers at Temptation. There is a feeling that you cannot come up here unless you're Diamond Club. That is actually not true. You can come to level 18 if you are not Diamond Club, but it's sort of like the seafood restaurant, which is located up here. You have to pay for everything. Rail, house drinks, nothing is part of your all-inclusive when you're on level 18 if you are not Diamond Club. So I would say this is another reason to consider the value of joining the Diamond Club. Angie is relaxing there. You have to be careful of your suit. We're going to edit that out a little bit. And there's a few instances on this video we had to edit out of various people. But it's a really good vibe. Everybody hanging out and having fun and dancing, and the Vibe Team tends to really initiate the fun between patrons. Here's our our favorite dancer guy again. His cardio was through the roof. I tell you, I could have done an hour of footage of just that guy. But obviously, eventually, Angie had to be part of this guy's vibes. So there they are, dancing to a little bit of Black Eyed Peas or whatever that is. One of the things that they borrow from the Temptation vibe is a foam party. And so that is what this situation is. The male and female vibe team get out and dance, and they shoot foam all over the pool, and people seem to like that. And another thing that makes it kind of fun, you'll notice that we didn't include any footage from the foam party in Temptation. That's because obviously we're respecting people's privacy. But here, everybody loves to be filmed, including the playmakers and the guests. Those drinks you're seeing us hold, always bring those to any all-inclusive, because it protects your drink from getting pool water and foam and stuff in that. And you can get a larger drink when people fill that up. Maybe you tip them a little bit nicer. This guy was an extremely entertaining dancer. I think he might be a plumber by trade, but nevertheless, we really enjoyed watching this guy. If you want to, you can pay for this cabana that you'll see Angie and our friends who agreed to be on the tape, but we didn't ask them if we could say their names, but they got this for us, and they sell it that if you purchase 2 premium bottles of liquor, it pays for itself. I think they're $300. That bottle of Tito's went really, really quick between the 4 of us, so I'd be careful about your intake there. This is the view from the cabana, but you know, Angie's Angie, and so she likes to kind of get down there with the people and party, so she pretty quickly left the cabana and got back in the pool. And what she decided to do was tell people they're drinking too slowly and make everybody chug their drink, and they were more than happy to comply. All right. Have another contestant chugging. Sure, buddy, you can do it. Remove the lime. Yeah, that's a choking hazard. And one of their buddies got kind of a frou-frou drink, and I think she asked him to chug his frou-frou girly drink, and he took 3 sips, and nope, could not do it. Very embarrassing. Now, as you guys know, if you watch this, I am a fantastic dancer. I don't try to kind of throw it in people's face, but Angie just insisted that you guys would want to see some of my fresh moves. So she kind of talked me into a little bit here. I'll just give you a taste. Oh, I'm spinning around, so that's obviously pretty, yep, I think you know that's the snake, so pretty darn awesome, but I don't want to make people feel insecure about their own dancing skills, so I'm just going to give her a kiss. There is an amount of alcohol that is too much alcohol, so please watch your limits. This guy did not, and basically paid $300 for a cabana to sleep in. Here are the shows at night. This was the show the first night, and it's basically a bunch of dance numbers. In all of the shows, they sometimes lip sync, but dance to these pre-done tracks, and you know, they're pretty good. I would say that whatever this night is called was kind of sparsely attended, but they did do a big break. The one everybody talks about is the Michael Jackson show. And so we feel like we have to show a little bit of highlights here. We watched it from our balcony. As you can see, we watched this one. And, you know, it's fine. But honestly, after watching for a few minutes, we just got a little bit uncomfortable. If you've seen Surviving Neverland on HBO, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, I loved Michael Jackson, can't watch him now. What I can watch is Angie playing a poker tournament for the first time in her life, after obviously spending a lot of time watching me. This was during the burlesque show, and Angie just had her night. And everybody that sat down at the table wound up giving their chips to either her or me, and we finished first and second. These guys, Steve and Enzo, were really fun to party with. You can't do the foam party at night, so the party moves to level 3, which we showed you in an earlier video part 1 of this. And the Vibe team is present there, and they try to get people involved, and they do so successfully. As you can see here, he's dragging our buddy Enzo. Enzo does parli Italiano. He does speak Italian, so that was obviously fun for us. So the question we want to handle is the Diamond Club worth it? This is the butler referred to before, Rosie. She was very helpful, very responsive, changed our dinner reservation at the last minute, made all of our dinner reservations. When you first get there, your butler checks you in and shows you around the entire resort. And I would say if you draw Rosie, there is no question that Diamond Club is worth it, and I'll interview her.
Okay, so we're here with Rosie, who is our butler, and I don't know whether we hit the lottery by choosing you, because you have been absolutely wonderful. This is something that we've never done before because we're not really bougie like that, but a lot of people have been talking about the butler service here, and so we felt like we really needed to try it to see what it was. And you have made all of our dinner reservations for us. You've changed our dinner reservations at the last minute when plans changed, and you've made other reservations for us and stuff, and the tasting, the tequila tasting and the mezcal tasting. What other kind of services do you provide for people that we have not done?
Well, part of the Diamond Club benefits, it's also your hydrotherapy at the spa.
Yes, okay. And she did that for us as well today.
Yeah, so the hydrotherapy, restock your mini bar, cleaning service in case you need extra towels, extra wash clothes. Your celebrations.
Yeah, she's been so wonderful. Everywhere we go, they know it's our anniversary, and I know that you're the reason why. She just came in here just randomly to see how we are doing as we're getting ready for dinner. It's just absolutely top-notch service. When we went to have dinner the other night, she was there to make sure that we got a good table and we could see the live show, and probably told them it was our anniversary, I'm guessing, because they did a big deal. So we just wanted to thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we wanted to say that the Diamond Club service is worth it just for this kind of wonderful customer service that we receive.
And it's very personalized, and that's great.
Very personalized. She's just very sweet, and we're really
and super attentive and very quick to respond. Everything, all the great things.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much for making our anniversary so special, because you really have.
Thank you. So thank you for choosing us.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So yes, I do think upgrading to Diamond Club is worth it at this hotel. And take note, I do not feel that level of upgrade is worth it at Temptation. But I would say that I heard somebody complaining that he spent $1,000 to be in the Diamond Club. I don't think that's worth it. He probably only joined once he got to the hotel. We made our reservation in advance and only paid $147 each for the 5 days. So in that case, it's really worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't seen part 1, it takes you on a tour of the rooms there and also a tour of the entire resort, the spa, and the gym facilities. Our next video will focus on the trip downtown from Royalton CHIC. It will investigate the pharmacy situation and answer a viewer's question about how to get out of the airport and to the hotel. See you next time.